This is Packet Tracer 7.1.4, using commands to test network functionality. Our objective is to describe various tools and methods used to validate that the design is working as anticipated. In step 1, we are to console to a switch and explore the configuration. From PC1, which is already cabled in, we are going to issue different commands to get the information of the network. So click on PC1, go to Desktop, Terminal, click OK, hit Enter, Enable, and your password is class. I think I typed it wrong. Okay, so the first command is show run. Let's just spacebar through so we can look at this. Show run gives you information about each interface. It gives you information about the version the switch is running. It would give IP addresses, whether there's a full duplex or not. The default gateway gives you about the VTY lines, which is in the console line. It will give you all this information. So the next command is show IP interface brief. The interface brief also gives you IP addresses for each of the interfaces, as you can see, but these are unassigned. VLAN 1, which is the switch, that is its IP. And this tells you of whether the protocol is up or down. Our next command will be show version. Show version tells you the type of switch that it is. You can see that it's a 2960. It tells you the version as well. Information about the motherboard, the power supply, the system serial number. It also tells you the model number. The next command was show CDP neighbors. And this will tell you those that are connected to the switch, and it will give you the information on what interface they are connected by, what they are capable of doing. So these are two routers, as you can see, the router, the type that it is, they're both 1841 routers. And then let's do a show CDP neighbors detail. Arrow if you make a mistake, and then just go through the back, put in what you need to. There you go. This gives, as it says, more detail about each of the CDP neighbors. This tells you exactly the IP address, duplex. It also will tell you where to go if there's a problem. If there's not an IP address, then you cannot telnet to it. So list an IP address that we can use to reach router 1. So let's see where router 1 is. Router 1 is there. Router 1 is this IP address, 192.168.2.1. From this PC, we're going to ping the router 1. So ping 192.168.2.1. And you can see that there's a success rate of 80%. Now we're going to telnet. Telnet 192.168.2.1. The password is class. Oh, Cisco first. Then enable, now class. So now we're going to issue more commands. Show run. This gives us information. It's running EIGRP version. Our next one is show IP interface brief. This gives you the IP addresses. These are administratively down, so that means that they are disabled. Show interface. This one is one of the most interesting commands to me because of all the information that each interface now puts out. Some of these I do not know what they mean, but the fact that it actually gives so much information about each interface is pretty mind-blowing. The next command we're going to issue is show version. And this will tell you NVRAM, the processor board, memory version, and also the system image. You could check with that to see if it's up to date. Show IP route, and this shows all of the routes that are connected either directly or from EIGRP. You can see that these are directly connected. The D is EIGRP. Show IP protocols. The autonomous number is 1, and it gives you the maximum hop count, the variance. There's no auto summary on this, and the networks that are in the EIGRP and the administrative distance. Show IP EIGRP neighbors. And that shows you the IP addresses, the interfaces they're on, the uptime. The last one is show CDP neighbors detail. So we see switch 1, router 3, and router 2. See the IP addresses, the interface that it's using, the version, duplex, advertisement version. And step 3, we are to explore the remaining network devices. So we need to repeat the above steps for the remaining routers and switches. I'm just going to do the verify the flow of traffic through the network by using the traceroute command. Command prompt, traceroute 2.168. And this shows you that it went from the switch to the router. Go to router 3, which is 1.6. Traceroute. You can see it went through router 1 to router 3. We can check results, but it was started at 100%, so it's still completed. And this was Packet Tracer 7.1.4 using commands to test network functionality.